Hi, this is Vic from Bass Gear Magazine, and we're here back at Frankfurt Musikmesse 2009, and we're with Olavi Linden of Linden Instruments from near Helsinki in Finland. He's got a great innovation here with the acoustic bass guitar. It's got a small preamp in there and a piezo pickup system. But some interesting things about this bass. One is this bevel here. Typical thing with an acoustic bass guitar with a big enough box to sound like a bass is it tends to cut into your arm really bad. He's got a brilliant method of making this angled without compromising the sound of the spruce. But I'm going to let Olavi talk about the most interesting feature of this bass, and I'll have to flip it over. So I'll hand him the microphone, keep it close to your mouth, and then tell us all about your feature.
Thank you. Yes, if many people ask us, is it amplified? But it's not. We just have a cover here for the hole, not to get things in there rattled. And the inside is a carbon fiber diaphragm that is in connection with the bridge, with a pin, and for a bass you need to pump a lot of air, so the whole system is rather easily movable. And from the rear comes a part of the bass, and then we on the top or from the front side, you can't see it, but we have a canal here which is about 1.5 meters long, and actually that was as often a little bit of a coincidence.
Oh, yeah.
We were trying to make an instrument with horn to support the low end, but my son Jan found a kind of a theory about resonating tube.
Line transmission line?
Not exactly,
okay.
but the idea came more or less from old, because this is well known since very many years in organ building.
Yeah.
From tapered organ stops.
Oh, yeah.
But anyway, the carbon fiber diaphragm pumps air in this canal, or what should I call it, and then it partly comes out here and partly in behind. So we really, I think we came rather close to volume-wise and to bass content, to a double bass.
That's interesting.
Yes.
Now this also has an ebony fingerboard and a maple neck and a beautiful mahogany back and side to it with some binding. The craftsmanship is just superb. And the sound, we won't be able to hear this on the video because we're taking a DI line to get a better sound of the bass in a noisy environment. But he did a demo where he literally covered up this diaphragm, and it sounded more like what most of the acoustic basses sound like here at the show. And then he moved it to uncover the diaphragm, and it like got twice as loud. So it's actually very effective. It adds a little weight to the instrument, but still lighter than most electric basses, and still very comfortable to play. So how about if we give it a little bit of a listen? This is Vic Serby with Bass Gear Magazine, Frankfurt Musikmesse 2009, with the best acoustic bass guitar I have ever played.
Thank you very much. That's quite an honor to hear those words. And your wonderful playing. It's a bass guitar, just only a very small part of it. It's always a player.
Well, I try. Sometimes I get there, sometimes I don't. Anyway, signing off. Oh. This is Vic Serby from Bass Gear Magazine, Frankfurt Musikmesse 2009.